Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, A Monk in Cloud. In this video, we will walk through a step-by-step guide to building a simple event-driven application using AWS. You will learn how to set up an S3 bucket to trigger a Lambda function whenever a new image is uploaded. This Lambda function processes the event and sends a notification through SNS. This tutorial is perfect for beginners looking into understand the basics of event-driven architecture, also known as EDA, on AWS. So what you will learn? So you will learn how to create and configure an S3 bucket. You will also learn how to set up SNS topic and the subscription. You'll try to write the Lambda function on yourself to handle S3 events, and you'll also learn how to integrate AWS services to build a complete EDA solution. Well, if you ask me what are the prerequisites, you just have to know some basics of AWS and what is cloud. Other than that, you require AWS account setup. So if you do not know how to create an AWS account, we already have a separate video where we have explained step-by-step procedure to create the AWS account. Please check that out in the description box below. Now let's dive into the architecture of event-driven architecture project, and we will also provide you a detailed explanation on the same. So as you can see on the screen, this is the complete architecture. Here you are seeing user and a client. So this is the entity, user or an application that uploads image to the S3 bucket. And Amazon S3 simple storage service. It is a scalable storage service provided by AWS. In this project, S3 is used to store and images uploaded by the user. So when a new image is uploaded to the S3 bucket, it generates an event. That event we call that as object created. Next, we have AWS Lambda. Lambda is a serverless compute service that lets you run code in response to the events in this project. Lambda is triggered by the S3 event. The Lambda function processes the S3 event to extract the details such as the bucket name and the key of the uploaded object. So after processing the event, the Lambda function publishes a notification message to an SNS topic. So this message contains information about the uploaded image such as its S3 bucket and the key. Next, simple notification service, SNS. So SNS is a fully managed messaging service for both application to application and application to person communication. The SNS topic receives the message from the Lambda function and then sends the notification to all its subscribers. So the subscribers can be email addresses, SMS, numbers, or any other endpoints. So in this project, an email subscriber will receive a notification about the new image uploaded. Now, if you're asking me what is the step-by-step flow of this project, so here it is. So user uploads an image to the designated S3 bucket, and this uploading of image, the image upload, triggers an S3 object created event. So the S3 event triggers the Lambda function, and then the Lambda function processes the event, extracts details about the uploaded image, and constructs a notification message. So the Lambda function publishes the constructed message to the SNS topic. And then the SNS topic forwards the message to all the subscribed endpoints. In this example, an email notification is sent to the subscriber. Now, without wasting much time, let's go ahead and see how we can build this project. So this project requires a 8-step procedure. First, as I told you, you need to have an AWS account. I have already logged into my AWS account, and this is how it looks. And I'm logged in as the administrator. Next, you will have to create an S3 bucket. So I'm giving the name of the S3 bucket as AMC EDA project 123. If you're also following along with me, make sure to add extra characters or extra numbers at the end of 123 or something. So I'll go to my AWS console, I'll go and open S3, or you can also search for S3 here. Allow some time for it to load. All right, now let's go ahead and click on create. I'll just leave everything else as default, and I'll give the name of the bucket as AMC EDA project 123. I'll scroll all the way down and click on create bucket. So that completes our step 2. Now let's go ahead and complete the step 3. So which is to create an SNS topic, and the name of the SNS topic I'm giving as image upload notification. So I'll go back to my console again, search for SNS. You will see simple notification, open it in the new tab. Here click on this 3 button, and here you can go and click on topics, and I'll click on create. I'll select standard, and I'll click on name, and I'll provide the name of the SNS topic, that is image upload notification, and I'll give the same name for the display as well, and I'll scroll all the way down and I'll click on create topic. So this completes the step 3 as well. Next, we need to create a subscription. So I'll go ahead, I'll open the SNS topic. If you see here, there are 0 subscriptions. So let's go ahead and create a subscription. So this is the topic ARN. You need to select the protocol. Here I'm going to use email, but if you wish to use any others that are mentioned here, go ahead and use it. I'll select email, and I need to provide the email address here. So what I'm gonna do, I'll provide the email address. Okay, this is my email address. So it need not be your own domain name. You can also give your Gmail address. As I'm using Amazon work email, so I'm going to use the same. So I've also logged into my work email. It is just like your Outlook. So I've logged into that, and if you see here, I've not received any emails so far. So that should be good. I'll go back here. This is the email address. I'll just click on create subscription. Once you click on create subscription, if you go to topics, if you see here, it is waiting for the confirmation. It's pending confirmation. So if you go and log into this email address, you will find an email saying you need to subscribe and confirm it. So let me go back to my work email. If I just refresh it, if you see here, I have a notification, image upload notification, AWS notification, subscription confirmation. Click on it. If you see here, you need to click on confirm subscription. Go ahead and open this same in your email address that you have provided. So after that, once you click on this hyperlink, the subscription will be confirmed. So that is fine. And now if I go ahead and refresh this page, I should be seeing that as confirmed. If you see here, the status changed to confirm. Okay, that completes the step 4 as well. Next, let's go ahead and create a Lambda function, and the name of the Lambda function will be image upload processor. So I'll go to my AWS console again. I'll just search for Lambda, and I'll open that in the new tab. All right, I'll click on create function. I'll author from scratch, and I'll give the name as image upload processor. Runtime, I'll select as Python 3.9, and change default execution role. I am allowing it to create a new role, that is fine, and I'll click create function. So this will take some time to create the Lambda function. Once the Lambda function is done, let's go ahead and create the next steps. All right, if you see here, a Lambda function has been created. Next, let me go back to my GitHub repo. Here, if you see, the step 6 would be to add the S3 trigger. So let me go back here. You see a plus add trigger, click on it. Here, you need to select the source. There are too many sources. Here, you need to go with S3 itself, as we are going to upload the image to the S3 bucket, and then it will trigger the event. So we'll select S3 here, and the bucket is AMC EDA project 123. Whatever the bucket that you have given, select that. And Here you need to select the event type. So here basically it is saying all object create events by default. That is fine for me, but if you have any other events that you are working on, then you can also select that. So as this is going to after a image is uploaded, it will create object create event, so that is tracked under all object create events. So that should be fine. And in the S3 bucket, if you have a specific path or prefix, you can provide that here. And if you're looking for a specific suffix, for example, JPEG or PEG and things like that, you can also mention that. Later, go ahead and acknowledge this and click on add. The trigger will be added in the diagram. Okay, so if you see here, this S3 trigger is added to the Lambda function. So that completes our step 6 as well. Now let's go ahead and write the Lambda function code. So what I've done is I've already written the Lambda function code and I've placed it in the same GitHub repository. We will go ahead and see what is happening there. So I'll click on this Lambda function code.py. So I've written this code in the Python. If you see here, by default, you need a Lambda handler. If you're working with Lambda, you need to go ahead and use Lambda handler. As I'm working with AWS, the SDK for AWS is Boto3, so I'm importing Boto3 here. As I told you, I'll be interacting with SNS topic or SNS client. So I'm creating an SNS client here. Basically, it is just like in the UI, you are opening SNS management console, right? In the same way, in the SDK, we are going to create a client for that, and I'm interacting with SNS. So it is here. And I need to give the topic ARN. So what is the topic ARN? If you go to the SNS, you will see the ARN here. You need to place this one. So what I have done is here, you just need to replace your region here, account ID, and the name of the SNS that you have used. So if you're following along, you will be using image upload notification itself. So you'll just have to replace region name and the account ID. Later, what I'm doing is I'm parsing the S3 events. So there are a lot of events that S3 triggers. Once you upload the file to the S3 bucket, so what it will do, it will trigger an event. So I'm passing over those events and I'm getting the desired record. So what I'm doing is I'm iterating over all the events and I'm storing that in the records. So first, what I need the bucket name. So what I'll do, I'll go over S3, and in S3 I'll go to a bucket, and then I'll get the bucket name. For the object key is like a name of a file. Basically, let's say image.jpg. So in that case, the key is image. So that is what here. So to fetch that, I'll go again into S3, and in S3 I'll go to object and I'll get the key name. So after that is done, I need to send a message. So what is that message? Image uploaded to bucket, and what is the path of the bucket? I'm fetching it from this variable, and what is the key? I'm fetching it from the key variable. And after fetching the details, I need to publish this message to the SNS. So I'm using SNS client.publish method, and here I need to get the topic ARN. Topic ARN, I'll get it from here. Message, we have it already. Subject, I'm just saying image upload notification. And once this is done, I'm returning the status code as 200, and I'm dumping the JSON as well. So what I'll do, I'll copy this code and I'll go to my Lambda function, and I'll come here, I'll go to code, and I'll Control A and Control V. I'm going to paste this one. As I told you, you need to replace your topic ARN. I'll go get my topic ARN from the SNS topic. I'll paste that here. All right, I think this should be good. Next, click on Control S, deploy. Okay, so you have deployed your code now. We do not have to test it, but I'll do it for your reference. I'll just click on test and I'll create the event name as test, and then I'll just click on save. Okay, I'll just click on test, but it will fail. I know that. Okay, it says key error, but that should be fine. I'll come back to my Lambda function here. Now what we will do is we'll go to S3 buckets. We'll go inside this bucket that we have created, and I'll click on upload. And I'll click on one of the file. I'll just select this one.jpg and I'll just upload it and click on upload. So once this is done, I should be receiving an email on the subscriber that we provided. If you see here, 1.png is the file name. So let's go back to our work email and see if I've received the email or not. If you see here, we have not received the email, and it should be really quick. So if you're thinking and wondering why we are not receiving the email, that is because if you remember, we created the Lambda execution role, but we did not provide access to the S3 bucket and the SNS topic. So what we need to do, we need to grant permission. So to keep it simple, what I'll do is I'll grant full access, or what I'll do is I'll provide S3 full access and SNS full access to the Lambda role. So to do that, go and click on configuration, then go to permission, then you will see role name, click on it, it will open a new tab, it will go to IAM. Here if you see, we only have access to Lambda execution role, and we do not have access to any other resources. So what I'll do, I'll click on add permission, attach policies. Here I'll say S3, and you should see S3 full access. Let's select that, and I'll also select SNS. And if you see here, SNS full access is there, I'll select that and I'll click on add permissions. If you see here, those policies are added now. Now let me go back to my S3 bucket again. I'll close it. I'll just click on upload again, and I'll upload the same file. I'll click on the same file, I'll select it, and I'll click on upload. Let's see if we will get the notification now or not. So I've uploaded it. Now I'll go to my email. If you see here, we have just now we received an email saying image upload notification. So let me open that and see what we have. If you see here, this is what we have provided in the Lambda function message. Image uploaded to the bucket AMC EDA project 123 with a key 1.png, right? If I go back to my Lambda function, I'll go to code. If you see here, this message is getting printed. Image uploaded to the bucket. The bucket name was this one. Sorry. Bucket name was AMC EDA project 123, and the key, as I told you, once you upload the file to the S3 bucket, the key would be your file name. So that is also getting here. And the name subject is image upload notification. If you see here, that is our subject. Okay, so I hope I know this is just a beginner friendly project, but if you understand these concepts well, so it will make you your life pretty easy for you to understand. Now if you see, we received another email. So if you see here, we received the same notification saying key 1 was uploaded. If you ask me how are we getting this, this is because if you remember, previously we did not have the permission to send the notification, but once we added it, it gave me the message for the event that we triggered even before giving the permission. Now it has given the email for the one that we added or triggered after providing the permission. So this is how the event-driven architecture works, and I hope it made clear to you on what is EDA and how it can be used. So if you're liking the content that I'm creating, please consider subscribing and share it among your friends. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one. Hey, hold on. Before you leave, make sure to delete all the things that you have created. First, go to your S3 bucket, go and click on empty. I'll just provide permanently delete. So this is to make sure that you do not get extra cost. I'll just exit it, and now I'll delete the bucket. So to delete the bucket, copy the bucket name, paste it, delete bucket. Now let's go to the subscription. We will delete the SNS topic. We need to type delete me. Okay, let's go ahead and delete it. Okay, next we'll go to image processor Lambda function. I'll go ahead and delete the function. Okay, if you see here, we do not have any Lambda function. Next, I'll also come here. I'll delete the role image upload processor. I'll just copy the role name, paste it here and delete. All right. So we have also deleted the role name. So as a best practice, once you are done with the practice, go ahead and delete the resources so that you won't incur extra cost. Thank you. Bye.